Right, welcome to another Sengoku Jidai battle. This time we have the Ming Southern Army versus the Japanese invasion force. Pretty jumbled looking map. Not very good cavalry country. So we'll have to rely on our infantry where we can. So the Japanese army is largely based on armored and hard-hitting melee infantry, and also armored and also hard-hitting matchlock infantry. So, for one thing, we'll definitely be getting our 4 units of tribal warriors, impact for the swordsmen. If they fail to disrupt the enemy, they'll be at minus 100 POA against spearmen. But if they succeed, they will unlock their POA. That also goes for disorder. So we'll grab any matchlock men I can get my hands on, along with these light spear and light guns archers. I'm trying to decide if I want these infantry armed with glaives, or if I'd prefer to get faster moving tribal warriors with light spears and swords. I'm inclined to get the men with the glaives. So with 154 points left, the question is, do I want supplemental light infantry or do I want cavalry? My only superior cavalry unit is also large in this 96 points, which I think is not really worth it. In fact, all the cavalry units in this army are large and thus overpriced, so I think I incline toward not getting them at all. I can grab tribal skirmishers with matchlocks. And with 73 points left, the question is, do I want melee infantry or missile infantry? Don't really like using crossbows. They ignore armor, but they have a severe negative POA shooting at infantry due to their slow reload speed, I think. Let's get one more unit of warriors. And 43 points remaining. Can't get anything for quite that little. I can, I suppose. Raw crossbowmen. Sure, why not? They can zone of control lock someone. Right then, deployment. Well, big guns here, I think. And it's not a great field of fire. What about here? Not much better. I think I'd rather just plunk them here. Turn one way or the other. The village really limits their line of fire. What if we go here instead? It's a little better. Let's try that. Light artillery to one flank and to the other flank. So, fighting the Japanese will... Normally, forests are the best place to do that from, but our forests are all underslope, so we'll not be doing that. We'll get our matchlock men to the front as much as possible. Unless I could just ignore this hill and deploy here heavily weighted to the right flank. I think that's a much better call. This village unfortunately breaks up our field of fire somewhat, but we'll have to live with it. Could always station a unit of melee troops in here to just slow the enemy down. Stick some crossbowmen in the forest. They're raw and cheap, so I don't really care if I lose them. That's better. Let's see. Do we have any cheap and terrible? Oh, good. So we'll just stick these back here to add protected status to the artillery. Right, and then as for the rest, we'll deploy to occupy this hill and start pushing right. Have impact foot in reserve and our Chinese style melee infantry. Well, I suppose they're all Chinese, but our more conventional troops will join the push to the right. Okay, so here we go. Defend, push to here, and then loop around and attack. These troops can hide in the forest and we'll move them wherever they need to go. Next turn. Yeah, so we'll yield this hill without a fight and start pushing for this hill. That's some hard-hitting units. A large unit of generaled up samurai archers. Yari Hatamoto. The only upside of all that is that hopefully my army will be considerably larger. Send our light infantry forward and seize the high ground. And I think I see no need to do anything else yet. If he partially occupies this hill, we'll attack with the larger force. If he declines and occupies this hill, we'll wheel around to seize this hill as well. We'll line up here and shoot it out and hopefully force him to charge uphill. If he heavily occupies this hill, I suppose then we would have to consider attacking on the left. Next turn. Very good. Right, so that's everyone. I would like to try to get these Lightfoot behind if I can. Okay. Maybe shift one more unit to this sector. And yeah, we'll start some harassment on this small hill then. Next turn. Alright, get these warriors shifted over. I might send a second unit to the right as well. Good, out of range. And well, with his push mainly going down towards this hill, I might ship these matchlock men over as well. We'll turn our guns to face here. Get out of the way, please. There we go. To pound this large unit, it'll take extra casualties. And because it looks very scary. Next turn. Alright, let's keep forming up our warriors. Push this unit over as well. And reinforcements on the way. Very nice. Full 27. Might start coming under bow fire soon, which we don't have an easy answer to. We need to find a way to get these skirmishers around behind. I mean, for now they're distracting more expensive units, which is nice and all. But I want them to be even more useful than that. I'm satisfied that nothing is going to come snipe this unit. So we'll start getting ready to come down. Next turn. Oh, what a shame. We'll lose that unit right away then. Well, we'll have them charge so they're at least out of the way and then get another unit into their place, but it's not a good start. Alright, hopefully this unit is locked in. Even if it's not, it'll be risky for him to leave missile troops unattended now. You... disruption. Alright. Go die. The question is, do I want to move down so that I can fire, or do I want to have this unit fall back out of charge range? Good luck to fall back, I think. We held firm, so that's good. Let's encourage him to move into the charge. Start being annoying with these Lightfoot. Let's see if these units move in range at all in the meantime. These two are just going to kind of get out of the way and act as reserves, maybe in this forest, so if things go badly here, they can plug gaps or flank his charging troops. Held firm. I do have some confidence that this cavalry might be able to charge these later Tempo Ashigaru. Alright, that's the best we can do for now. Okay, onward. Next turn. Do they fall back or break? They break, then which way do they turn? Good, I think. We can't hit them to flank with this unit, so hopefully they stay facing this direction. Very nice. Let's try that again. Alright. That helps us a little. We're zone of control locked by this unit, unfortunately. So, general up on the impact foot and lock them in. In the meantime, fire. Fire again. I'm going to do something stupid and move these guns out of the way so that we can get ready to move into contact. Damn. I was hoping at least one of those would be a disruption. Get over here, and then we'll turn this unit of Bubing around. Well, in we go. It's time to be very annoying. Hesitate to bring this unit out because it's raw and these are swordsmen. I might leave them for now. So I'm kind of concerned. I really wanted these units to disrupt before contact and it hasn't happened. And he hasn't really brought in his fire support too much yet either. We're a bit clumped up as well. We didn't quite stretch out as much as we should have. So I'm afraid that we're going to crumble in the melee that follows. I suppose what I might want to do, well, considering letting him charge here, we'll get 150 POA. He'll get 175 actually. He'll get 150 for 100 for spear plus 50 for quality. We get 100 for light spear, 50 for light guns, and 25 for the hill. So maybe he would bounce. If he doesn't, then we'll charge him with our impact warriors. Next turn. Ouch. If that unit breaks, it could pursue into my flank. And he's pinning them, so exactly that will happen. Something. Well, at least they did something useful with their time. Hopeless. So it's steady spear, so we have 0 melee POA. And we would get our heavy weapon POA here, but the quality in general is just too strong. Let's see if that does anything. Nope. I think he's got me. None of these units are useful. These raw crossbows won't stand for a second against these samurai, so we need to wait for them to expose a flank or something before emerging. At least we're uphill, but yeah. Lose 80% is not really ideal. At this point, we can only hope that we fall back after a loss and can pour some musketry in. This unit will also get cut up pretty badly by the samurai archers, but we can hope this flank attack starts rolling the line. It's unlikely, but it's our only real hope at this point. Next turn, this is going to get grim. It's going to start shattering our infantry. We held our cohesion there, but there's going to be mass disruption here when this unit collapses. Raw troops. That was actually potentially a mistake for him, actually. Had he just let that melee play out, this unit could have pursued this way. Instead, we might have a chance to recover depending on the morale rolls. That was quite heroic. So what happened there, well, I'll break it down when we're no longer wiggling around. First, we'll see what happens here. Lots of disruptions by fire, though. We held firm. That's good. Fall back into the forest. Good. And they caught those guys too bad. Okay, so what happened here was that the enemy had superior plus 50 and the general plus 50, but swordsman is not an impact POA. And then he had plus 25 for being uphill. So 125 impact, we had 100 for light guns, or 100 for light spear, and plus 50 for light guns. So 150. So a plus 25, and we just lucked out and slew their general and won the combat, and they fell back, basically. This is unfortunate. We're just gonna run away. Really wasted these units, but what can you do? Right. In the meantime, get that disruption, see which way they run. If we're lucky, during the pursuit phase, we'll charge through this unit. Good. Get ready to flank. We'll general up on this unit and fire. They're on the verge of auto break. Good. And one of the reasons I did that was to give this unit of tribal warriors with swords room to fall back when they lose the combat. If we're lucky, they'll maintain cohesion while doing so. Let's risk seeing where this puts us. Okay, good. We're not going to get flanked. Once again, maybe we'll roll behind. That would be nice. It is nice. Is that a flank? No. These are medium foot, so they don't have the movement range. In that case, let's give this unit a dilemma. Who do they face? They could choose to run past. That would be unfortunate, but wouldn't it be the end of the world? Just hoping for a frag there. Can we? No, we cannot. Face that way, I guess. No line of sight. Damn. Push. So they're so high quality and their unit size is so large that even now disrupted and shot up for 300 casualties. It's not that bad for them if we make contact. So we'll let him decide whether he wants to charge us or not. That turn was helpful though. Those fallbacks were crucial. Next turn. Perfect. That's exactly what we've been trying to set up. Oh, I missed that. So even with the enemy disrupted, them being uphill and armored, we just can't quite do it. So we have no melee capability and no armor. Now if I move here to try to set up a flank attack, he'll just catch this unit in the flank and then flank us anyway. So, but I can't turn away because I'm right in front of this unit. And I can't fall back, so this unit's just screwed. Which means this unit's also screwed, which means this unit is also. So we're going to lose these three. Perfect. So now, instead of being down 100 POA, we're up 100 POA because they lose spearmen being fragged and we gain swordsmen as they're unsteady. Right, no sound for just a few seconds here. So he's getting ready to flank and break all those units. Impact is even. Now let's see if he'll be quiet. You never know. Let's charge and pursue into this. No. Okay, what about you? And this unit will have to start getting ready to protect our new left flank when this is all gone. We can't hunt both of our units. I was hoping the extra cohesion check would do the trick there. Alright, this is looking good. This is looking bad. We'll see which proves more important. Next turn. Perfect. Oh, impact to it into the spears. We do not win impact, so... Oh, they're disrupted though, so we do get our swordsman POA. And the samurai archers just broke. So unless we suffer breaks here, it could be over. Nope, not quite. Unless we pursue into the enemy, we're only at 24. Raw troops against superior armored swordsmen is not going to go well. Right. Just keep being annoying with these skirmishers and just avoiding this more expensive unit for now. Get ready to seal the deal here. And everyone else is going to have to find some way to not get totally murdered by these Yari Hatamoto. Guess we could just trundle past them, but that would only delay. Delay might be enough, honestly. Let's delay. Oop. Good. Continue the pursuit and just push that way. Good. Hunt down these later Teppo Ashigaru. Start harassing them, so if they flee, we can just cut them down as they run. And that's all the moves we can make, but I think that's a victory. Right when things were starting to get dangerous over here, actually. And we did very well here because the spearmen in this game don't stick, only impact flits stick. So we were able to fall back, pour in more fire, and get reinforcements over from the right. I think it also helped that this unit was distracted, and admittedly the magnificent bit of luck when this unit's general died on impact when charging our troops. Next turn. We're still only up 24. So he's turned around, so he's in charge range of my warriors now. Doesn't matter, we go to 31, something breaks. Ah, we get a rally. Two rallies. And we would have broke this Yeti unit on the bottom right of the screen here. And charge and overrun that Teppo Ashikari unit with our warriors that can move 3 tiles. So I was pretty worried for a little while here when we had contact along the whole line and disruptions hadn't happened yet. But a few things played in our favor. The only infantry units that stick are Impact Foot and Determined Foot, such as this Yeti Hatamoto, but not the Yeti Samurai. So we were able to fall back and pour in more fire. It also gave us time to work around this flank. There was one key impact where we were very lucky, where his archers, despite being superior, bounced on the light spear impact. They were generaled up and charging downhill, and had a melee capability and would have shredded us if they had only stuck, but the general fell. I guess he got shot in the face or tripped on a rock or something, and they disrupted and fell back. Or at least fell back, that got fired at and disrupted. That freed up our cavalry to begin to wrap things up here. And the general envelopment is what did most of the breaking on his samurai units. We also distracted a larger point value of units here with cheap raw shooting troops, which mostly broke, but they pinned a larger force. Our skirmishers were kind of a waste over here. I was hoping to do more, but still, I think those Lightfoot skirmishers cost 18 a pop, so they're 36 points total, whereas the armored Teppo Ashikari are 52 points. So we did distract an extra 16 points worth of troops, which is not nothing. And of course, the terrain played in our favor, these hills. In this matchup, the Japanese generally end up attacking no matter what because of their lack of skirmishers or shooting cavalry or artillery. So, a good game to Hammerkoff. And until next time.